Let's go. I can't lose. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Cause we on the ride. Yeah. Come on. Let's get ready. There's no way you can stop us. Full back, man. I'm a monster. Let's get ready. I ain't trying to lose. No matter what's
Just outside of Denver, Colorado, welcome to the Broomfield Event Center and Friday Fight Night here on HDNET. Mixed martial arts style tonight. This is Ring of Fire 28. Hello everyone, Kenny Rice along with Ron Kruk. Glad that you could be with us tonight. It isn't often that a world champion comes back home. Duane Ludwig hasn't fought in the Denver area in over a year, but the champ is back. He is fighting tonight against Shinya Kumazawa, who comes in from Okinawa, Japan. Ron, he is a young guy, certainly nowhere near the experience of Ludwig, but we expect this to be a very interesting, tough fight.
Well, Kenny, there's a reason that the Ring of Fire is the Rocky Mountain region's longest-running mixed martial arts promotion. It's because they know how to put on incredible fights, and this main event between Ludwig and Kumazawa is a perfect example of that. Ludwig is a UFC and K1 veteran who is notorious for his striking ability. Now, he's not the biggest guy in the world or the most intimidating fighter, but when he connects with one of those high kicks or one of those fists that I think contain dynamite, you are going to feel it. Ludwig is all about the power. Now, Kumazawa didn't fly in all the way from Japan just to lay down. He believes that he has a legitimate shot of pulling off the upset tonight. Kumazawa is a young, aggressive fighter with solid submission skills, and he also doesn't mind standing and trading blows with his opponent, but if he does that tonight, he may find out very quickly how Bang Ludwig got his nickname.
Well, Bang is certainly putting a lot of interest in this fight himself. No title is on the line tonight, but Ludwig has intensely been studying his opponent, and he has this scouting report.
It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be an exciting fight for sure because the tapes I've seen of Shinya, he likes to fight. He comes and he brings it. He's not, a submission specialist where he just stays on the ground. He's not exciting. This guy comes to fight. He'll scrap on the stand-up, which is my game. And when he's on the ground, he's active on the ground as well. So I think you're going to see an exciting fight for sure.
Kenny, you can hear that Rocky Mountain thunder, which means we are set for our first fight in the Ring of Fire. And here comes Jason McDonald. His opponent, Ken Seegrist.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a mixed martial arts fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. Weighing in tonight at 202 pounds, representing the World Karate Center and fighting out of Aurora, Colorado, please welcome Jason McDonald. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 204 pounds, representing Team Torture and fighting out of Denver, Colorado, please welcome Kenneth Seegrist.
Instructions. Any questions from the red corner? Any questions from the blue corner? I expect a good, clean fight. Only stop when I say stop. Touch gloves. To your corner.
As you look at Kenneth Seegrist going against Jason McDonald, and this certainly is a hometown brawl. Both these guys right here in the Denver area.
Absolutely, 2 young fighters hungry for a win. We could see some fireworks early in this one.
Scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. McDonald said he wants to make this a stand-up affair, and I think Seegrist will oblige him.
Ken Seegrist coming out firing, and a few of those got in, and continues to come at him and move forward.
McDonald may want to try to get this on the mat. He tries to shoot in there, and Seegrist is able to reverse it on him. And now Seegrist has mount, and he is going to work. Kenneth Seegrist in charge.
Wow, just like that, I think it's over.
It is over. It is.
Now, the fans don't like that, but Kenny, Seegrist was going to work, and a lot of those ground and pound shots got in and were connecting to Jason McDonald's forehead. But quick work and impressive work for Ken Seegrist tonight.
As you can see the blood pouring out of the nose of Jason McDonald. He told us he wanted to make this a stand-up fight, Ron, and he never got the chance to do so. That was all Seegrist's fight.
Absolutely. Right away, Seegrist goes to work, moving forward and landing with those strikes. I believe the knee got through. And then here's the takedown and ground and pound to perfection. And basically, at that point, McDonald was just covering up, and this one was done.
As you look at James McDonald, a rough, quick night for him, though. And a big win for Kenneth Seegrist, who makes short work to pick up the victory. Let's go back into the ring now for the official word from Keith Olslager.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. A tap out due to strikes at 30 seconds into the first round from the red corner, Kenneth Seegrist.
Well, Seegrist, 30 seconds, that's about as quick as you can ask for.
Not bad. Jason McDonald wanted no more of the ground and pound. He tapped out, and Kenneth Seegrist goes to 2-1 in impressive fashion. Kenny, here we go. Fight number 2 matches up a very tough Jeremy Malaterre and his opponent, Alfredo King Corona.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is a mixed martial arts style fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 165 pounds. Representing Bad Breed Fight Club and fighting out of Littleton, Colorado, please welcome Jeremy Malaterre. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 167 pounds. He is an independent fighter fighting out of Arvada, Colorado. Please welcome Alfredo King Corona.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back room. Is there any questions out of the red corner? Any questions out of the blue corner? Okay, keep it clean, keep it fair. It's your fight. Touch gloves.
As you look at Alfredo Corona calling himself the King.
Well, we'll see if it's good to be the King tonight as he takes on a determined Jeremy Malaterre.
Malaterre, young fighter. Maybe giving up a little bit here in experience. They touch gloves and round 1 is underway, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds.
The way these guys are throwing right now, do not blink because this one could end quickly. As Corona lands a nice knee right to the gut of Malaterre.
Malaterre working, trying to get some leverage on him, not able to do so, as once again Corona is able to put him back against the ropes. He has those underhooks in there, Ron. It's going to be tough for Malaterre to try to get this on the ground. Well, and there he does.
There he does.
There he does. Took advantage of Corona there, looked like was trying to do some work and lost some leverage, and Malaterre now with a good chance here in the early going.
Well, we'll see what Malaterre can do on top as he tries to go to work with some ground and pound. But Corona is holding in the clinch a bit. We'll see if that helps him out. Malaterre could be in some trouble. Look for Corona to try and pull off an armbar at this point as he's going to work.
Got a nice shot in there. Look at that left. He's thrown a couple of shots to the head of Malaterre as he works well from his guard.
And again, Malaterre is just kind of hanging close with that armbar, and there he goes. He's working, he's going to work, and he's looking like this could be successful.
Malaterre trying to escape, and Corona is still working. He's not letting go. But look at Malaterre, hang in there. The kid is not giving up.
Well, Jeremy Malaterre showing some good defense, as really Corona was going for a Kimura on that attempt. And he just just wiggled his way out. Nice work on the ground for Malaterre. But Corona being very active. Now that he's on top, we'll see what happens. Both these fighters, Kenny, are looking for their first professional fight, their first win in the Ring of Fire.
You wonder about Corona here, if he's in a position to try to, as he tries to move up, but is he any kind of position to get leverage there in any ground and pound? He isn't, so he's back on his feet.
And Malaterre saying, no, I don't want to get up. Come back down. But Corona, smart move. Get it up on his feet and go to work.
Corona went for the kick. Malaterre's landed. Another kick there to the thigh of Corona. Misses with the Superman. We're coming to the final seconds here of round one as Corona gets the takedown.
It's a nice takedown, and now Malaterre is going to work, but the bell sounds. Nice, entertaining first round. You know, the way that they came out firing, Kenny, I thought that this one could be a quick fight, but then it went to the ground and we saw a little bit of everything.
I did too, Ron. I thought that this would be one of those maybe minute or less jobs if somebody got a big punch in as we take a look at action here in the first round.
And that slipped in. Definitely Malaterre connected with that. And then here's Corona going to work. Some good ground action with both arm bars, Kimura attempts. This guy's showing a little bit of everything from the arsenal. And then Malaterre, just as the bell sounded, got the takedown. We'll see if he goes back to that in the second round.
As you look in the corner of Alfredo Corona. As we talked about, two young fighters here in Ring of Fire action. Round two is underway. It's scheduled for 3.
And once again, Corona starts throwing some strikes, not connecting, beginning the second round the same way he did the first.
Now we'll see if this backfires on him. It did the first time around when he had Malaterre against the ropes. It was Malaterre who was able to get the takedown.
Right. And I really don't think this is where Corona wants to be. Although he's coming out firing, he is definitely more comfortable on the ground as he attempts and gets a takedown.
And he gets it, and there's the reverse. Malaterre hit just the way it ended in the first round. Corona got the takedown. Malaterre reversed quickly and got on top.
It's attempting to get a full mount here. It's both fighters maybe a little bit gassed right now. Jeremy Malaterre did get caught in an armbar in his first professional fight. So he's got to be aware of Corona pulling one of those off.
Corona, we feel, would not have any problem fighting from his guard, being aggressive there. As you see him throw a punch coming from the mat up. That was a pretty good punch.
Absolutely. As soon as you relax, even if you're on top and it looks like you're in control, one of those punches get through and suddenly you're eating some glove.
Malaterre will try to get some leverage, and Corona now is...
Now, does he have the armbar? I'm not sure if it's locked in, but a great attempt, and it's not. And now Malaterre comes back with a solid strike.
What about Malaterre? He escaped in the first round. He does again here in the second round. Just when it looked like Corona was going to be able to work and get a submission, Malaterre stays right back in there.
Absolutely. And Corona, he paid for that armbar attempt. Without a doubt, Malaterre connected with that strike. A few more of those and you might think about your attempts at arm bars. Malaterre using the forearm. A few of those get through, you'll feel it.
You wonder about the energy expended here by Alfredo Corona so far in this second round. He worked hard trying to get an arm bar that did not develop.
Now Although they're still working, the fans want the ref to stand these guys up. But these guys are still working, and again, Corona lands with a couple.
Coming near the end of the round, a couple of hammer shots landed there by Malaterre, and that's the end of round 2. And once again, the sportsmanship between these two guys, they've shaken hands about as many times as they've thrown punches.
Unbelievable that Jeremy Malaterre just landed those hammer shots, as you said, right to the face of Corona, and then he helps him up. Gotta love this sport of mixed martial arts.
Okay, second round action round. We look at one more time, and there it looks like another armbar coming from Corona.
Alfredo Corona attempting to get the armbar, just didn't have it locked in, and give Malaterre some credit to be able to pick him up, get out of it, and then go to work. Again, a reverse angle here. It's Corona's attempt, and Malaterre just missed with the strike to make him pay for that armbar attempt.
Malaterre, perhaps deceptively strong.
Hey, buddy, one more round. Be smart.
To stand up and get out of that armbar.
Absolutely, and another thing, Kenny, these guys are tired, they're sweaty, and it's hard to lock in an armbar like that when you are slippery, and that's exactly what happened. The guys come out with some low kicks.
The third and final round, Malaterre in the light color, Corona in the black, and here they go again. And going for the single leg takedown and getting it there is Corona. This time that strategy worked for him. Until now, and there's a reverse.
Quickly, Jeremy Malaterre moving in. He's got side mount and going to work with some forearms.
Malaterre's counter moves have been impressive. Corona will get a takedown, and for 3 straight rounds now, Malaterre has been able to get a quick reverse and then take control.
Absolutely, and as you look at the close-up of Alfredo Corona's face, you could see a little bit of blood coming out of his nose. And I think a couple of those forearms got through, and that'll do it.
And now he gets full mount, and can Malaterre work the ground and pound and try to end it here?
Now he's got his back. He slips out. Wow. Corona just slipped out as Malaterre was going to gain back control. And now it's Corona on top.
And Malaterre's nose is bleeding now. I don't know if he took a shot in that exchange as they were reversing positions, but Corona was able to do some damage.
Absolutely. At this point, 2 young fighters, not a lot of ring experience. You know that cardio is going to come into play. We'll see how who's training just a little bit harder and how that pays off.
Jeremy Malaterre right there on the bottom, Alfredo Corona, and this the 3rd round. And we're talking about Ron, it's been very entertaining. Now in the north-south position.
These guys just keep going for the armbar attempts, and they keep sliding off. Another Kimura attempt, really. And now Malaterre is making Corona pay for it with some shots to the side.
Malaterre has been able to land with those in-close blows, some hammer shots in there, as he did near the end of the 2nd round on Alfredo Corona. And at this stage, it's sheer determination for both these guys. They have laid it all out here in the final 20 seconds of this fight. Do they have anything left to do some damage?
And this is going to be a tough one to call. Jeremy Malaterre makes one last-ditch attempt.
Every punch counts. Can Malaterre close out strong? And Corona's able to get one more shot in. And Jeremy Malaterre and Alfredo Corona, their first time in the Ring of Fire, they go the distance. Bloody noses for both, and the applause of an appreciative crowd.
Absolutely. 2 young fighters getting in the Ring of Fire and really laying it all on the line tonight. Very entertaining fight. It's going to be tough to call, Kenny. Both fighters were active. I think that Jeremy Malaterre, with some of those shots that got through, and you saw the damage to Corona's nose, maybe looking like he will be the winner, but hey, it's in the judges' hands now.
Let's take a look at that action, Ron, in the third round. And Malaterre was great at this. All night long, he was able to escape and reverse on Cerrone.
Looked like he might be in trouble a couple of times, but he was able to slip out and really be the aggressor and land after those. He was able to counter Cerrone's moves. A nice...
Cerrone with the takedown. Malaterre, though, as you mentioned, was able to get out of trouble after trouble.
You think he's having fun tonight, Jeremy Malaterre?
He and Cerrone, obviously a lot of respect for each other. They touched gloves before the start of each round. They were helping each other off the mat at the end of each round.
Now that's what mixed martial arts is all about, the sportsmanship. These guys will enter the ring of fire or enter the cage, beat the crap out of each other, and then go and have a beer later.
Cerrone and Malaterre going the distance. The judges have made their decisions. Let's go back into the ring. Keith has their answer.
The judges' scorecard. Judge Bate scores the bout 30-27. Judge Mann scores the bout 30-27. And Judge Thrasher scores the bout 30-27. A unanimous decision. The winner, the fighter from the blue corner, Jeremy Malaterre.
Jeremy Malaterre with a unanimous, convincing decision over Alfredo Cerrone. I thought it might be just a tad closer than that.
I thought so too, but Jeremy Malaterre was definitely the more active fighter, and he made Cerrone pay on his submission attempts. A couple shots got through, and these two, what a time they've had tonight in the Ring of Fire.
We'll be back with more mixed martial arts action right here on HDNET. This is what they talk about when they say the fighters make the fight.
HDNET Fights brings together a night of live MMA action. First, a controversial championship rematch.
The doctor has stopped this fight.
Miller is angry.
I don't want to win like that.
Then,
So much anticipation about this young Gregor Gracie.
the next generation of the legendary Gracie family has arrived. HDNET Fights presents Ring of Combat 18. Live Friday at 9 Eastern on HDNET. Your home for MMA.
Welcome back to Friday Fight Night here on HDNET. I'm Kenny Rice along with Ron Kruk here ringside for mixed martial arts action.
Next to step into the Ring of Fire is Albuquerque, New Mexico's Roberto Nader. His opponent, Aaron Trujillo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a mixed martial arts style fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 119 pounds. Representing Fit No Holds Barred and fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, please welcome Roberto Nader. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 118 pounds. Representing GUM Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Littleton, Colorado, please welcome Aaron Trujillo.
Okay, both of you gentlemen were at the rules meeting. I expect you to fight clean and fight fair and obey my commands at all times. Touch them up, come out fighting.
Well, there's the crowd favorite, Aaron Trujillo from Littleton, Colorado. And he's going against Roberto Nader. We try to talk to these guys, Ron. They're very nice young men. They talk very quick, fast, not a lot to say. We expect it to be a quick, fast fight, perhaps.
Absolutely. No smack talk going on between these two, but expect Trujillo to bring it. This kid, 5'2", has some power, as you can see right there.
Trujillo moving in early.
Going to work, striking and kicking, and a lot of those are landing right now.
Trujillo very aggressive here, and Nader still keeping his composure after taking some good shots. But how many more can he take before he gets on the offensive himself?
Oh!
Maybe not enough. Trujillo had him knocked down. They did not count that as a knockdown, rather a slip, and Trujillo now slips, and he's back up, but never misses a beat.
Trujillo, lightning in a bottle, just keeps coming. He connected, a few times. I can't believe Nader's still up.
Nader with a slip, not a knockdown, a slip here, and Nader has taken about 7 shots for every one he's tried to attempt. There is a knee by Trujillo.
Oh, that knee landed. You could see it in Aaron Trujillo's face, and that's going to do it.
Trujillo has him down and out, and Aaron Trujillo takes control and wins this one in the first round.
All 5 feet 2 inches of Aaron Trujillo. I don't think he ever rested. It was knees, it was striking, it was everything. And give Roberto Nader some credit for staying up. But what a great performance tonight by Aaron Trujillo.
Trujillo dictated the tempo from the opening bell. I don't remember too many fights that I've seen, Ron, where one fighter was just on it the entire fight, and I don't know if there was ever a moment for Nader.
No, they flipped the switch on Aaron Trujillo, and he just went to work. Great striking, and that was a slip, but still he caught him. He caught him and really went to work. Some bombs right there, and that was the one that did it. And just to make sure, Aaron Trujillo finishes the job. You wouldn't think that a guy who's 5'2", 118 pounds had a lot of power. Well, guess what? He sure does.
As Roberto Nader can attest to. Now let's get the official time and go back into the ring as Aaron Trujillo picks up the victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 1 minute and 8 seconds into the first round. Winner by knockout from the red corner, Aaron Trujillo!
Well, he gets the TKO in 108 of the first round. He was in charge of about 107.9 of that.
Well, Roberto Nader at least proved that he does have a chin, but Aaron Trujillo, what an incredible performance tonight. Came in firing and got the job done.
Making his pro debut, Daniel Tex Griffen. Coming all the way from Hawaii, here's Kamalu Keawe.
This fight is a mixed martial arts fight scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 6 foot 1 inch tall, weighing in tonight at 184 pounds. Representing the Viper Pit and fighting out of Hilo, Hawaii, please welcome Kamalu Keawe. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 185 pounds. Representing Submission Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Dallas, Texas, please welcome Daniel Griffen.
We spoke earlier in the dressing room. You know and understand the rules. I expect you to obey my commands at all time, protect yourself at all time. Remember we talked about top of the scalp here, back of the heads, touch gloves, come out fighting at the bell.
As you look at Daniel Griffen. Griffen making his pro debut. And Kamalu Keawe from Hilo, Hawaii. He and his wife Cassie recently moved here to the Denver area. The 23-year-old, after completing his tour in the U.S. Army with a 3-0 record coming in.
If you're not sure what Hawaii looks like, just take a look at his stomach. It's right there. Keawe 3-0, 2 of his wins by knockout.
Both guys would probably keep this standing up as much as they can. Certainly Keawe would like to.
Absolutely. Keawe is landing with those low kicks.
You can hear him, a lot of quickness, a lot of pressure.
And they will take their toll. If Dan Griffen doesn't start to defend against them, he's going to be down on the mat quickly.
And Keawe gets a right in there, and you saw the mouthpiece of Griffen go flying.
Solid 1-2. Wow. Keawe has got some power in those kicks.
Referee calls time. They'll put the mouthpiece back to Daniel Griffen.
And again, Kenny, Daniel Griffen has got to defend against those low kicks. Cannot just let Keawe tee off against him because he'll be down here pretty quickly.
Well, Griffen has some boxing experience. He played football in high school, was a power lifter, but certainly the more experienced fighter here who's only had 3 pro fights is Keawe. And Keawe has him down.
This is just a dominating performance right now by Keawe.
Not called a knockdown, though, and standing back up is Daniel Griffen. He's taken some good shots early here from Keawe and takes another and tries to counter.
Now we're just going at a street fight. Both guys striking and landing. Well, Keawe doing more damage without a doubt. Hawaiians are known as brawlers, and Keawe is showing right now just everything from the arsenal.
Ask Keawe how long he's been fighting. He said, I have 2 older brothers. All my life I've been fighting.
Sounds familiar.
Pace slowing here just a little bit after sprinting out to get this started. Keawe now going back to action on Griffen.
Griffen has lost his mouthpiece, and he is not all there. We have a timeout.
He's lost his mouthpiece. You see the cut under his left eye and the blood coming from his nose. Kamalu Keawe has scored repeatedly here in a dominating first round.
Well, you set up those straight strikes with the low kicks, and that's what he did to perfection. And Keawe has landed with those straight strikes right to Daniel Griffen's face.
Griffen certainly looks like he's been in a fight.
Oh, yes. And there's a high kick attempt, but nice move by Daniel Griffen, but he is spitting up blood now.
He goes to a neutral corner as Keawe will come back into the ring. They'll send both men back to the neutral corner and resume action now.
It was exciting, but I don't think it affected Keawe at all. And it might have just prolonged the inevitable because Keawe is now just scoring at will.
Yeah, going through the ropes was a blessing for Keawe.
Yeah.
He was able to stand back up and come back in. There's another low
back
kick.
To work.
And you can hear that thud on it, Ron. It's got that dull thud that you know is going right to the muscle and bone.
Yeah. Daniel Griffen, I know that he's not that comfortable on the ground, but he might want to take this. Oh, man, and Keawe is just going to work. And Griffen lands a couple.
Griffen's been in a few street fights in his day.
Absolutely.
There is the end of round 1.
And the fans appreciate that. That was non-stop action, Kenny, but man, Keawe put on a nice display of low kicks and followed it up with some solid strikes.
You know, he's only 3-0. See, only 3-0. He's been doing this mixed martial arts actually for less than a year, Ron.
Right.
He shows a lot of composure, and he certainly has the mechanics down.
Well, there's the high kick by Keawe that Griffen did catch and then just tossed him out of the ring like he was tossing him out of a bar. It's closing time, buddy. Time to go. Don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. But Keawe really has just dominated that first round.
As you can see from the face of Daniel Griffen, that cut under his eye opened up very early in the first round.
Yeah, he's been spitting up blood too. And Daniel Griffen's face is as red as his shorts.
Round 2 underway, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Can Daniel Griffen make it one more round with Kamalu Keawe? Keawe again with the kick, and it hurts Griffen. And now he may put it away, Ron.
Absolutely. Using the low kicks to perfection, and Griffin's trying to slide out from under the rope. You've got to stop this.
The referee moves in because the man on the mat, Griffen, was underneath the ropes.
I don't know if he can continue.
You can see him favoring that left leg, and that's it. It's stopped. TKO victory for Kamalu Keawe.
Well, Daniel Griffen's not happy about it, but it's a good call by the referee. He probably saved Daniel Griffen some teeth because Keawe was just teeing off at will, and those low kicks, that last one really took its toll on Griffen.
Kamalu Keawe now goes to 3-0. Daniel Griffen taking a lot of punishment here in his debut.
And once again, right there, the low kick. You see the delayed reaction from Daniel Griffen. Oh yeah, that landed, and too many of those low kicks will just add up. And when he's down here, you know, yes, the referee might have let it go a little bit longer, but really, Keawe had dominated this fight from the opening bell, so I think it was a good call. Let Daniel Griffen return to fight another day. This is his pro debut, gallant effort, but needs some work, without a doubt.
The 20-year-old from Austin, as you look at the 23-year-old from Hilo, Hawaii, Kamalu Keawe, the winner here. And that was certainly really jumping into the ring of fire here for Daniel Griffen, because Keawe, we talked about this before, Ron, he's only had, this was his 4th pro fight. He looked like a guy that's been in the ring a dozen times.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he says that his style is kickboxing, and he proved that tonight, just going to work with those low kicks. And, you know, Kamalu Keawe just got out of the Army, where he served a year in Iraq as a search and rescue team, and he said it was the most rewarding experience of his life. Give him props for that.
Certainly so. Keawe the victor. Let's get the official time. Back to the ring and Keith.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 27 seconds into the second round. A TKO due to strikes to the leg. The referee stopped the bout to prevent serious injury. The winner from the blue corner, Kamalu Keawe.
Kamalu Keawe, I have a feeling we will hear more from him down the road as he goes to 4-0.
Remains undefeated, like you said, Kenny, and what a exhibition he put on tonight. You should enjoy this victory.
Stay with us for more mixed martial arts action from the Broomfield Event Center here in Broomfield, Colorado.
Let's go.
Welcome back to the Broomfield Event Center as we get ready for our next fight.
Our next fight features Gerald Lovato from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Denver's own Vern Baca.
This fight is a mixed martial arts fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 145 pounds. Representing fit, no holds barred, and fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, please welcome Gerald Lovato. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 145 pounds. Representing Gum Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Arvada, Colorado, please welcome Vern Baca!
Okay, gentlemen, we spoke earlier in the dressing rooms. You know and understand the rules. Expect you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Talked about pointing the elbow strikes to the top of the head, blows to the top and the back of the head, touch gloves, come out fighting at the belt.
As you look at Vern Baca, Gerald Lovato there, Baca fighting for the first time at 145 pounds in his career. And it's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Round 1 is underway.
Lovato has done most of his MMA training on the street, said he was a street fighter. He's 5-3 as an amateur and undefeated as a pro, 2-0 in mixed martial arts. Vern Baca has lost his last 3 and is in dire need of a win.
Baca shooting in quickly and taking it to the mat.
Baca is very comfortable on the ground. He said he's been working on stand-up, but he would rather this fight really play out on the mat.
Relax and turn. You're not letting him get full guard. Just left underhook.
Baca trying to establish control early here against Lovato.
And now Vern Baca trying to get up so he can start some ground and pound, but some good defense by Lovato, keeping him there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Baca right now is getting in any kind of position, Ron.
No. You keep landing those kidney shots, though, and that'll wake you up.
That'll do some damage over the course of time as he continues to work on the side there of Lovato.
At this point,
referee encouraging him, let's get it going here, guys, or I'm going to stand this fight back up. Baca trying to get some leverage there.
Baca really trying to work the forearms through, but they're just not landing. Now as Lovato goes under the ropes, we might have a stand-up here.
Well, they're leaning right against the ropes now. Referee keeping a close eye on it. Lovato is out of his game.
Yes.
Much rather be in a stand-up position here. Baca dictating the tempo and now is able to get some punches in there. And going underneath the ropes is Lovato.
That's really what Baca was working for the entire time, to gain some leverage and then fire down some ground and pound. I don't think much damage was done though.
We'll see if Baca can shoot in quickly here and go for the takedown once again, or how long he wants to stand up against Lovato. Lovato flicking out a little jab there.
Again, this is really not where Vern Baca wants this fight to be. Much more comfortable on the ground. Strong wrestler. Gerald Lovato, he's got some power. He lands a shot. There's a determination in his face, so he keeps moving forward.
You can see him there, Ron. He's trying to measure up Baca at this moment, giving himself some space with that jab and trying to follow it up. He hasn't been able to do so yet, but he got a kick in there.
Starting to lead with the leg kicks and follow it up with the strikes. Like you said, measuring him up. If he can land one of those strikes, it's going to do some damage.
Has a height and reach advantage on Baca. And Lovato, again, not able to follow up the combinations yet, and Baca gets a takedown and picks up some more points here in this first round.
Yeah, solid takedown by Baca. Now he's got the side mount. Lovato trying to work out of it.
Well, it's just such a contrast, which is obviously one of the appeals of mixed martial arts. Basically, we got a stand-up fighter here against a wrestler.
You're exactly right.
And I think the wrestler is ahead on points at this stage.
You're right again. He's been much more active, scoring with the takedowns. And those forearms are landing too.
Look at Baca, he's got that left arm. He's got his left arm now.
Yep.
He's got that pinned down. He's got that pinned down with his legs. Just continues to deliver the hammers with that right arm. Look at that. There's no defense. He has no defense, Lovato.
The ref might stop it here. He has no defense. Those keep landing, although they're not doing a lot of damage. They will keep taking its toll. Lovato trying to, and the ref's going to bring it back to the middle of the ring.
Lovato getting half his body outside the ropes. That's why they had to bring it out to the middle. You heard some of the boos from the crowd here. Final 10 seconds of round one.
This was a solid round for Vern Baca. Really went to work. Baca just has a great wrestler's base on the ground. Like you said, Kenny, this is the classic mixed martial arts contrast of fighters. Guy who's much more comfortable on the ground, going against a striker who wants to keep the fight standing up.
You look at Vern Baca, he dictated the tempo in that first round. First time he's fought at 145 pounds as a pro. Gerald Lovato, meanwhile, you see that mouse, those welts there on the left side of his face. We look at the early takedown here by Baca.
Timed perfectly by Baca. As Lovato was really trying to measure him up, he avoids the strike, goes in for the two-legged takedown. Boom, just like that.
Then Baca doing some nice work with his legs later on. He was able to keep Lovato from throwing up any defense. He was holding down his left arm with his legs while he was delivering his right. Round 2. Baca going in, trying for the takedown there, but Lovato able to counter on it.
Vern Baca is 0-1 in the Ring of Fire, so he definitely wants to get that victory tonight. And again, he has lost his last 3, so to say that he's in dire need of a win is an understatement.
He's shown that from the start of this fight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And once again, he has Lovato on his back.
Okay, guys, stop.
And I think this is a good call. Not a lot of action. The referee stands him up.
Now, can Lovato, this should be his strength. Will he be able to get in there? And Baca shoots in, has that leg, and now gets the takedown again.
Well, Lovato has got to learn to defend against that shoot-in and takedown, because Vern Baca will continue to do that all night and score points by doing it. Lovato said he has really no MMA or sports background whatsoever, but he feels he has natural fighting ability.
And we've seen that when he's stood up. He's yet to land a real convincing blow, but he looked like he had the technique as far as the jab and following it up combination.
Yeah, he was measuring him up. Lovato was moving forward, being aggressive, and that's really just kind of gone out the window.
As Vern Baca continues to work on Gerald Lovato here in round 2. And once again, he's able to pin the arm.
Great pin.
And look at Baca again. There's no defense here.
Nope, and if he doesn't start fighting back or defend against this, the referee will have to stop this.
He's got a scissor lock on his left arm. He's got his right arm pinned back with his shoulder.
He's got to watch the elbows. He can use the forearm. He starts to work the face a bit.
Again, it's just like water torture at this time. Just continuous pound.
Absolutely.
You see the welts coming up on the face of Lovato.
Great shot there as the fists just continue to come down, and that's going to do it.
Baca's done it. Vern Baca took charge of this fight early and gets the victory, stopping that losing streak. Big win for Baca.
Kenny, Baca's wrestling ability was just a classic example of why wrestlers excel in mixed martial arts. Lovato could do nothing to defend against that takedown, and Baca just kept working on the ground. A very, very impressive performance tonight by Vern Baca and a much-needed win.
And here you see Baca again. He was able to do this in the first round and more effective in the second round. Lovato has no defense right here.
You're exactly right. And once he pins that arm in, he's got no defense. And Baca just going to work. You know, pure wrestling, it's not the most flashy. And everyone loves the stand-up and the big bomb and the big knockout. But Vern Baca executed his game plan tonight to perfection.
145. Watch out, 2 inches.
Second round TKO. Let's get the official time. Go back to the ring and Keith.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 2 minutes and 26 seconds into the second round. The winner, a TKO due to strikes from the red corner, Vern Baca!
Vern Baca needed a victory. He got one tonight against Gerald Lovato. He did it the old-fashioned way. He took it to the ground and worked it out from there, Ron.
Yes, he did. Gerald Lovato's going to have to go back to the gym and learn to defend against a wrestler, but give Vern Baca all the credit in the world. He came in here, lost his last 3, needed a victory, and got it done.
We have seen an exciting night of fighting so far. We get ready now for our featured event, Donald Cerrone against Ryan Roberts. Cerrone, quite the interesting character. He is nicknamed the Cowboy for a reason.
Yeah, Kenny, I don't know which is more dangerous, riding an 1,800-pound bull or stepping in the Ring of Fire ring and actually brawling. But Donald Cerrone might be one of the few men on this entire planet that can draw a comparison between the two.
My name is Donald Cerrone. I have a 4-0 mixed martial arts record. Cowboy is what they call me. I guess I used to be a professional bull rider back in high school, and I kind of followed the rodeo around. I used to wear my hat everywhere. It didn't matter where I went, you know, hat, tennis shoes, you know, just always there. I mean, Cowboy was just my nickname all through growing up. The hat that I wear, I used to ride in it, so kind of now I keep it in the case. Used to just fall on the floor, I didn't care about it, but now I kind of keep it in the case and only break it out in special occasions. Probably the pre-fight and the pre-ride jitters you get, you know, like here we go, you know, rosin up your rope as opposed to taping up your hands, man. You're sitting back there like here we go, you know. I mean, that's a lot similar, you know, but sliding down an 1,800-pound bull is a lot different than stepping in a ring with somebody, you know. So, but definitely, they both want to kill you, so I guess that kind of equals out. I do enjoy fighting in front of the hometown. I mean, you have your mom, your sister, the people you train with, your aunts, everyone yelling and screaming, and when they raise your hand, you know, all of a sudden the whole community's excited, as opposed to when you go somewhere else and you defeat their hometown boy, you know, and now all of a sudden you ruined his night and his mom, you know, so I love fighting at home.
Kenny, it's time for a Ring of Fire feature fight, and here comes Ryan Roberts from Omaha, Nebraska. He'll have his hands full with the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is a mixed martial arts style fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 154 pounds. Representing Executive Athletic Club and fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, please welcome Ryan Roberts. And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in tonight at 154 pounds. Representing Inudo and fighting out of Vail, Colorado, please welcome Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Okay, gentlemen, got your instructions in the dressing room earlier. Expect you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, guys. Come on, fighting at the bell.
The battle of unbeatens. As you look at the Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, and his opponent, Ryan Roberts, coming in here with a 6-0 record, known as a wrestler, although 5 of those victories have come by way of knockout.
He is a tough kid, Ryan Roberts. Without a doubt, he'll want to take this to the ground pretty quickly. Because Cerrone, 28-0 as a kickboxer.
Round 1 of what's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And there's the kicking power you see of Cerrone early, and shooting in and getting the takedown is Roberts.
This is not where Cerrone wants to be. But he's solid on the ground too. Just got to keep his composure. And if one of these guys comes out of the ring, they will reset and start this over.
If they come out of the ring here, Ron, they'll be joining us in the booth.
That's true. We could use another headset if they do.
And you see Roberts in his game. This is his strength of wrestling. He was a 2-time state high school wrestling champ in Nebraska. Went to the University of Nebraska, Omaha on a wrestling scholarship.
And this will definitely benefit Donald Cerrone. Because at least he's not going to stand him up at a restart. Gives him a minute to catch his breath and regroup a little bit. Cerrone is 4-0 in MMA. As I said, a ton of kickboxing experience. But only 4 professional fights in MMA.
And you think about his stand-up game, but he's been able to win by submission.
And here's an attempt at it right now, but you see the power from Ryan Roberts.
Roberts able to get out of that.
Cerrone working the arm to perfection, and that's just like that.
Cerrone got him. Cerrone gets him to submit. Roberts taps out in the first.
Wow. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, Kenny, has said he has been working hard on his submissions, and he just pulled that one out of nowhere. What an incredible move. He goes to 5-0, and although he's the kickboxer extraordinaire, all 5 of his MMA wins have come by way of submission.
Let's take a look at this. You would think that he's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu master, the way he is able to work the arm that quickly of Roberts.
Working the arm, and there you go. The Kimura pulls it off. Donald Cerrone, what an incredible performance. I mean, and really, Ryan Roberts was where he wanted to be on the ground, but an incredible submission. Cerrone pulling off the Kimura.
As they would say in bull riding, Cerrone had him riding into the hand.
Wow. We can compare them all. Add every sport in here tonight, Kenny.
Well, you certainly can when an MMA star is wearing a cowboy hat.
You bet. He only breaks it out on special occasions. This tonight is a special occasion.
All right, let's go back into the ring now. Keith Olslager will give us the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 1 minute and 39 seconds of the first round. A tap out due to armbar. Winner from the red corner, Donald Cowboy Cerrone!
Donald Cowboy Cerrone, with the hometown crowd cheering on here, is now 5-0 in his MMA career after a 22-0-1 record as a kickboxer. He is standing by now with Ron.
With the winner, Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and you said you only broke out this cowboy hat for special occasions while pulling off that Kimura. This, my friend, and getting that win is a special occasion. Congratulations. Talk about this fight.
We knew he was going to be a wrestler the whole time, so we just adjust our game plan to him throwing the punches and exactly win his plan. So.
Well, it was a nice job. I know that you want to see the replay on this, so let's take a look at that move that finished this fight. Talk us through it.
Yeah, he was just posting with one hand, trying to throw with the other one, and I just took the arm, and yeah. So.
Incredible move. The wrestler who's very comfortable on the ground. You knew Roberts was very comfortable down there, but you were able to surprise him with that Kimura.
Absolutely. We knew his game plan, so we adjust our game plan accordingly. So.
Executed it to perfection. I know you have family and friends here tonight. Enjoy this victory.
Absolutely.
Kenny, back to you at ringside.
All right, thanks, Ron. As you look at the Cowboy, a lot to celebrate tonight. Donald Cerrone is now 5-0, as Ron mentioned earlier, a kickboxing specialist who has won all 5 of his MMA events by way of submission, and Kimura puts away the previously undefeated Ryan Roberts here in the first round. Coming up next, the main event, Duane Bang Ludwig returning to the Denver area for the first time in over a year to take on Shinya Kumazawa. Welcome back to Friday Fight Night here on HDNET. I'm Kenny Rice along with Ron Kruk here ringside for mixed martial arts action. Well, it's been an exciting evening so far here on Friday Fight Night on HDNET. Now we get ready for the main event. Shinya Kumazawa is going up against Duane Ludwig. the world champ who comes back to the Denver area for the first time in over a year. And Ron, recently you had a chance to catch up with him in his training.
Well, we already know that Duane "Bang" Ludwig is one of the sport's premier strikers, but now he's adding a solid ground game to that resume, and he's learning it from an MMA legend.
Bang, my nickname is Bang. I got it. I just gave it to myself. You know, it rolls with my first name. I don't want to have anyone else give me a name that maybe I didn't like. Right now I'm training with Boss Rutan, and it's going. Man, it sucks. You know.
4, 3, 2, 1. Next.
Boss is just intense. You know, it makes you go. But that's why I come out here because there's a lot of people I was training with, and they're not pushing me. They're not giving me to the next level, and Boss definitely does that.
4, 3, 2, 1. Next. 2 more minutes. Almost. Up. Hey, hop. Duane and I met a long time ago. I was in Denver at the Boss Rutan Invitational. It was an event that I put on. And he was a kid. He was 18, 19 years old. And he came in. And he was destroying our much larger opponents. We took this old dude out. I mean, like a 30-year-old guy, big guy, 30 pounds heavier than him. Bam, high kick down again. And I go, whoa, I look at jump ready. He was the matchmaker. I said, man, this kid. So we approached Duane. And from one thing led to another, we started training together. And yeah, we had a connection since then.
He's intense. I look at Boss as like he's a human Jack Russell. He's just high, you know, from the get-go, from morning till night, just high intensity. But you know, honest, tells you how it is, and we're just not afraid to speak his mind, like you said. Boss Boss is Boss. He's definitely unique, a lot of soul and personality. That's Boss.
Right straight, left together. It is a typical workout we're doing, but it's like 2 or 3 times a week only. This is the kind of workout you don't want to do too much because it takes, you use every muscle group that you're using in fighting, you know. There's a lot of power and conditioning in between, so it's all mixed up. Punch, knee, punch, knee, punch, knee, and 4 punches, knee.
It's kind of like, you know, it's like he's my steroid kind of thing, you know. Everyone's like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, they need to take steroids to get the next level and everything. Like, Boss is my steroid, so that's exactly what it is.
30 seconds each, let's push it. Yeah, I truly believe that 2007 could be Duane's breakout year. I mean, the way he's growing right now, he feels way more solid. Duane's got everything that he needs to become a champion, for sure.
What an incredible night of fights, and now it's time for our Ring of Fire main event, and here comes Shinya Kumazawa. Denver's own Duane Ludwig enters the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the main event? Introducing first the fighter in the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 166 pounds, representing Tushin and fighting out of Okinawa, Japan. Please welcome Shinya Kumazawa! And his opponent in the red corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in tonight at 168 pounds. Fighting out of Thornton, Colorado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Duane "Bang" Ludwig!
Okay, gentlemen, we went over your instructions already. I expect a good, clean fight. Only stop when I say stop. Any questions? Questions? Touch gloves.
Here we go with our main event, Duane "Bang" Ludwig. Shinya Kumazawa, coming over from Japan, really got on the world map with a runner-up spot last year in the Pancrase Neo Blood Tournament. And that's when he got noticed. Not nearly as many fights, Ron, but people have been asking, how good is this guy?
That's quite an honor if you don't know. So this guy is legitimate, but don't blink because Bang Ludwig has got dynamite in those hands, and he can end this at any time if he connects.
This is round one. It is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Ludwig, still a little dispute over that UFC knockout fast time of all time over Jason Goulet. Was it 4 seconds or was it 11 seconds as officially recorded?
That's right, the debate goes on. Either way, it was fast. Kumazawa, he has very solid submission skills. He's also very aggressive, but as we said at the beginning of the broadcast, he's known for standing and exchanging with his opponent. I just don't think that is the wise idea, and this, getting on the ground, could be a good move.
Well, sprawling out there is Ludwig, and he's back up on his feet.
Really, at this point in the fight, Ludwig's just really kind of feeling his opponent out, and a nice takedown by Kumazawa.
Kumazawa now feeling the quickness of Ludwig as he spins out of it. He's back on his feet.
Spun out of it quickly.
Tries to come in with a knee, and right back was Ludwig. And again, Ludwig is not going to let him take him down.
No.
Continues to show good defense there and gets a good kick in.
That connected.
That might have left a mark.
Absolutely it did. I heard that one all the way over here. And Shinya wisely goes in for the takedown. Now, Ludwig has lost 2 of his last 3 fights, so he needs to get back on the winning track and get on a roll here.
As we heard from him earlier, Ron, he's studied this guy. He's not taking Kumazawa for granted at all. He's treating this like the big-time fight that it is.
And he has to. He really does, because Shinya Kumazawa is one of those guys, if you overlook him, he will surprise you with a submission.
He's working hard on that left leg of Ludwig. Seems like he's been there for about a minute now, trying to get that takedown.
We know Ludwig is one of the premier strikers in this sport. Shinya goes for a takedown. But training with MMA legend Bas Rutten, he has really been working on his takedown defense, his ground skills, and if he can complete the evolution of his fight game, that is scary. Look out.
And again, he sprawls out, shows good defense on the mat, back up and gets a kick in.
Kenny, never before, you know, he does not look like the biggest guy. Oh, that knee landed.
That was a good knee.
Doesn't look like the biggest guy, but when he connects with some of those knees and those high kicks, it's unbelievable how powerful they are.
Now right in front of us here in the corner. Kumazawa doing a good job actually after taking that knee to keep enough composure to try to get it back on the mat and slow the tempo down.
A lot of people that have received one of those knees from Bang Ludwig have not been able to get back up and keep their composure.
30 seconds to go here in this round.
Now Ludwig's got his back.
And he works there with a couple of hammers. Now watch him get to the side of the head. And he's trying to get inside now for a guillotine. Is he going to get a rear naked choke in here? He's trying to work it there with his left arm.
Doesn't have it, and smart.
Stand back up, don't waste any more energy.
You bet, veteran fighter, he knows. Oh, just missed with that strike.
Seconds to go here in this first round.
Ludwig being aggressive and just keeps moving forward. Nice straight kick, followed by a high kick.
And again, Ludwig is not going to be thrown down.
No.
Once again, good defense. Kumazawa has taken a couple of good shots here, though, and responded.
Straight shot, that landed.
10 seconds to go here in this round. He just misses with that knee.
Yeah. Seeing a little bit of everything from Ludwig in this first round.
Round one comes to an end. Duane Bang Ludwig fighting back home for the first time in over a year.
Well, of course, his strategy coming in was to keep it standing and get the big KO. And here is the knee that knocked Kumazawa back. That could have been the big KO he was hoping for. Great shot there by our cameras as that knee landed, without a doubt.
You look in the corner of Shinya Kumazawa. And Kumazawa, very calm. Yesterday, through all of it, he doesn't speak English. Maybe that helped him in the situation. He was very calm with all the fighters weighing in, and Ludwig, I thought, was very respectful as well. It was a low-key weigh-in for both these guys.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of respect between these two. You know, Kumazawa enters with a 10-1-1 record. So he's got some ring experience. He knows how to keep his composure. And right now he's fighting a pretty smart fight.
We're in round two. Nice leg work there by Ludwig.
And here come the kicks.
Oh, big roundhouse. He missed with that, and coming in trying to grab that leg again as Kumazawa has him right against the ropes in front of us.
And again, smart by Kumazawa for taking that and then going right back in and trying to take Ludwig down.
Right here, straight in front of us. Kumazawa on his back. Ludwig trying to get a couple of punches in there.
He might be working a knee bar attempt here at this point, but the ref might stand this up pretty quickly, but those elbows are getting through as Ludwig's just picking his spots.
Good elbows to the side there as well. Ludwig is scoring with these punches.
Yes. Doesn't get any closer than this, and then Duane says, come on, stand this up, I got work to do.
Ludwig with the knee and another one.
Those will take their toll. Very effective with the knees. And again, Kumazawa smartly just goes down for the takedown. He's holding on right now. I don't think he wants to get back up at this point. He knows what's coming.
Ludwig now.
And look at that.
What about that for a surprise? Ludwig shoots in.
That'll make Coach Boss Rutan happy back in LA.
He stands up. He pointed over in the stands at some of his fans here. I don't know, as if to say, look, I could do the takedown if you needed it.
Now he's going to work. I'm telling you, no one has more powerful leg kicks than Duane Ludwig, and those will start to take effect on any fighter.
Right, I think he was pointing. I think Elliot Marshall was waving back to him when he showed the takedown. And Ludwig has done, you talked about working with Boz Rutan, one of the legends in MMA.
Right.
It's certainly shown here. He's been very good with his defensive game.
And now he's attempting a triangle choke.
Wow.
If he can pull this off, or the ground and pound, and Shinya's about ready to tap out. No, he gets out of it. And Duane lets him up. Duane showing a little bit of everything from the arsenal right now.
He is, and you know, he's not, if he thinks he's got it, he'll stay with it, but he's not wasted his energy.
Right.
And you can see his conditioning right there. He's still on his toes.
Absolutely. He's enjoying this. You can see a cut on the forehead of Kumazawa at this point. Duane Ludwig, another roundhouse kick, and he high steps his way out.
And comes back with another good knee and another good knee, and look at him. He's breaking through into the open.
Absolutely, he could go all the way.
And if he connects with one of those knees again, he will go all the way. Look at the power in those leg low kicks.
That's LaDainian Tomlinson kind of stepping up through all of that.
Wow.
Ludwig here is putting on a little bit of a clinic, I would say, at this stage.
Without a doubt, and as I mentioned before, losing 2 of his last 3 fights, this is a great opportunity for him to try some of the things that he's been working with Coach Boss Rutten. I mean, we know about his striking, and here we go. Nice shot there.
You see him going to work there around the neck of Kumazawa. Kumazawa, is he going to tap?
That's the old head and shoulder choke. And does he have it? He sure does.
He's down. That's it. Duane Ludwig has done it.
Kenny, what an exhibition by Duane Bang Ludwig. I mean, we know he's a striker. We know he can come in there and land those high kicks and the low kicks. But he just put on a clinic, as you said. We saw a little bit of everything.
And there you see Shinya Kumazawa. Very gallant opponent, but I think Duane Bang Ludwig was at the top of his game tonight.
Even with the flying knee, that seemed to get through and actually catch Shinya. Great shot from our camera people right there. And then the head and shoulder choke finishes him off. Great fight tonight by Ludwig.
And Duane Ludwig being congratulated, a very popular fighter, as you would imagine, a world champ who comes back to the Denver area and fights for the first time in over a year against one of the really hot young stars in MMA, Shinya Kumazawa, as we talked about earlier, after his performance last year in the Pancrace's Neo Blood tournament. That runner-up finish in that very well-respected tournament opened a lot of eyes, but he runs into a Duane Ludwig tonight who was at the very top of his game.
What's bothering you? Painful? No, you got to get
All right, let's go now back into the ring with Keith and get the official time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 4 minutes and 32 seconds of round number 2. From the red corner, Duane Bang Ludwig!
And it was Duane with a bang Ludwig returning here to Denver to pick up the victory tonight over the highly touted Kumazawa. Standing by now with Ron is the winning fighter, Duane Ludwig.
Duane Bang Ludwig, we know that you are one of the premier strikers in this sport, but tonight we saw a little bit of everything from the arsenal. Talk about this fight.
I've just been training a lot. I'm just trying to get more well-rounded, trying to work the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu. I've been training up in Boulder with Elliot and Amal Leeson School. I've been rolling with Batista out in Millennia and Rancho Cucamonga. I started training with Boss Rutten again. I got Christian Allen, one of the best pad holders. I got Nate Marquardt. You know, he's going to be the UFC champ here soon. So I got a great group of guys. So it's just, I'm putting in the time, but they're teaching me the technique, so I got to thank them.
All those guys, some impressive names, and you didn't even mention one of the MMA legends that you've been rolling with out in California, Boss Rutten. How has he helped your fight game?
Don't put me on the spot. I said Boss too. Boss is just a very intense individual, and he makes me train hard. And he's the one that pushes me, and I really respect him. So I have no question when he tells me what to do. I believe in him 100%.
Duane, it was a dominating performance. Let's take a look at some of the highlights and talk us through them.
Where are we looking out here? He just kept trying to shoot, so I just wanted to catch him with the knee on the way in. It was a very game opponent, you know, most of the Japanese fighters are. And I just been working a lot of takedown defense. But one thing that the Japanese fighters don't do, they fight at the weight. They don't cut weight. So I came in much heavier. I cut 15 pounds, so I was much stronger. But I went for the submission because I hurt my right hand, so I wanted to get a submission in, and there you go. I've been working the jiu-jitsu, so there it is.
Got it done. Well, I know that you wanted to start off 2007 the right way. Well, you started off with a bang. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I got to thank some sponsors. I got to thank Brothers Barbecue. I didn't put their logo on my shorts, but I still appreciate the support. And Bill from FJR Jewelers, he's been hooking me up with custom fight jewelry. I got to thank Bill. He's the man. He's making my wife look pretty with little money for me, so I got to appreciate that. Sven Bean for taking me so far, all my training partners, and all my sponsors. So thank you. God bless.
All right, Duane.
Whoa. I don't want to get in trouble. I'll sleep on the couch tonight. Baby, Jess, I love you. Thanks for... Jess! Hello! Thanks, baby. I love you.
Smart move, my friend. Enjoy this win.
And one of the best moves of the night for Duane was making sure he thanked the right people and the right person at the very end, Ron.
That is a veteran fighter. He knows who comes first. But what an incredible performance by Duane "Bang" Ludwig as his fight game continues to evolve. Give Shinya Kumazawa credit, though. He came in and really fought a good fight. He was just outclassed.
And, Ludwig never let Kumazawa get into his game because he was always in that sprawling defense and never really let it turn into a mat contest.
That's true, and that's kind of the evolution of his game. He's realizing some of the things that he needs to do, and Ludwig basically worked on a little bit of everything tonight. This was a key victory for him because he had lost 2 out of 3, and now he's got to get on a roll and keep it going.
And thanks for being with us tonight here at the Broomfield Event Center near Denver, Colorado. We hope you'll join us again next week for more Friday Fight Night here on HDNET. For Ron Cook and our outstanding HDNET crew, I'm Kenny Rice. Thanks for listening, and so long, everyone. This is what they talk about when they say the fighters make the fight.
HDNET Fights brings together a night of live MMA action. First, a controversial championship rematch.
The doctor has stopped this fight.
Miller is angry. I don't want to win like that.
Then,
so much anticipation about this young Gregor Gracie.
The next generation of the legendary Gracie family has arrived. HDNET Fights presents Ring of Combat 18. Live Friday at 9 Eastern on HDNET. Your home for MMA.